In this part, we are going to study ramp and stairs in isometric perspective and check its connection to the building. Look, in order to design ramp or stairs, you need to design the framework first. We learn to do everything inside a framework or a box. Because of that, everything that we want to design, we need to consider a framework for it. Pay attention now. I just need to connect the top side to the bottom side, so I'll have a ramp. And if I want to turn this into stairs, I just need to divide it one by one. So come here and do the dividing, like this. Divide them in 30-degree angle, so it will cut it on the second line. If the dividing is wrong, I can just change it so I have the right lines. So what I'm going to do now, I will draw the angle of stairs, which means 30-degree and vertical. But these stairs that we're designing, we didn't design a parapet for it. If I wanted to do that, I needed to let one side to be open. And when I'm designing the next ones, I will design guard for it also. And if I turn the page and connect them to each other, I will have my stairs. Look, if we draw a parallel line to this line, it will show the thickness of stairs. So let's see how we can do this design a little bit easier. I'll design the same thing here, but this time let's consider a parapet for it. And if it's a still parapet, I'll bring up two similar rods and connect them to each other. It can be one or even two. So we've designed a parapet for our stairs. Let's go to the next one. Look, I'm designing the framework again. Bring it down. From this side to the other side, I'll connect the beginning to the end. And consider the height of our parapet on the both sides. Connect them to each other with the same thickness and 30-degree angle. Now I start dividing them. I can do them like this, 30-degree and vertical. So we'll have our stairs. Let's connect the 30-degree lines. And as you can see, we got a very clean and representative stairs with a parapet or a guard that is shown here. Now let's design a staircase for both beginning and the end of our stairs. And if we want to add a staircase for our stairs, when I'm designing this box, I'll do a very interesting thing. Let's connect this part and go downwards. Look closely, I'm designing the hidden lines behind our volume. Like this. This top area is our staircase, and the bottom area is our bottom staircase. And let's connect the middle again. I'll consider thickness for the parapet on the both sides. like this and design stairs on it. Look, in these perspectives, if we miss a couple of stairs or even make them big and small, it doesn't really matter. Even if you miss the distance, it's fine because this is a freehand perspective and it doesn't need to be very precise. And as long as we can represent our idea, and we can just develop and put our thoughts on the paper. So let's find even another easier way, because every time if I want to do the same thing and draw the box here, it will be a problem for me. So let's see if I can find or use another easier way for this. Look, here we are doing the diameter. And when I want to do the diameter, we can use a staircase for that. Look closely. I have my staircase here. And what I'm going to do here now, I'll come down vertically and go forward 30 degrees. So I'm just designing this diameter. Connect the top part to the bottom part. Again, 30 degrees. So this works here. Look closely. You can use this in any angle that you want. So if I want to go here 30 degrees and close it, go vertically up, and I'll have my slope here. Again, 30 degrees, and we have it like this. So I have a movement like this, and I can do it in any angle that I want. We only need to come here and do the same thing here. A line up for our parapet. We do the same thing on this side also. In any sketch that you want to use this, whether you want to be interior or exterior, you can use isometric perspective. But we are going to study this here in architecture. And in the packs that we have on city design and landscape, we will use these techniques to see how it is in those areas. In interior design, we'll spend on the interior aspect of it. But here I'm nearly explaining all of the basic techniques. Look, 30 degrees and vertically, but on the other way. I'm moving on my y-axis. And here we need to move 30 degrees and vertically in line with our x-axis. When we connect the lines, like this, we have our steps. And as you can see, this technique is much easier than first one. And I can do this much easier from any side that I want stairs. So I just need to move forward from one staircase to another. We have the same process in ramp also, which means we are going to design it exactly the same way. So let me pick up another sheet of paper and design some ramp and put them next to a building. For our ramp, we do the same thing. Look, I'm designing my staircase vertically, coming forward, and this will become the end of our ramp. Connect them together and it will be 30 degrees again. And if we do this 30 degrees to this side, we get our ramp. Now I want to design the return of our ramp. Design the staircase here, this time, coming down vertically with the same height, coming forward till I get to the end of the other one. Connect them together with 30 degrees, and I'll design my staircase 30 degrees again. So we've designed a back and forth ramp here. Staircase and our ramp was the same way. Now let's check if we want to add a ramp to our building, how we gotta do that. Let's just consider a very boxy shape of a building. Look, I'm not gonna design my building completely. Let's move from this part and consider this area as our staircase. Coming down vertically, coming forward, down vertically, forward. We got this. Connect them to the bottom side, like this. Again, the continuous of our staircase. Now we'll do the 30-degree and vertical again. We'll draw the continuation of the building from this part, which means this part needs to come here and this part also. So we connect them together really easy from this side. And I just need to design my topography with simple lines next to this. Very easy. To indicate that a building is happening here. Let's check what we can do with stairs here again. We checked stairs in various designs here, but I will teach you a part of it here. And the rest of it you can learn by practicing slowly by slowly to how use the stairs. Look, I designed my shape here, and this time I will do it with my staircase. I've done this so much in my head that we need to do the slope of stairs from memory. So we need to do this so much to be able to memorize it correctly. Let's add some parapet here. Look closely, we added a parapet, designed the stairs, but I'm not going to be very stressed about it. And I'll just do my lines here, like this. And as you can see, our building is piloted here. This side like here, and the stairs is coming downwards like this. Now if I want to, I can add another guard on the other side. We can even show the columns here. And as you can see, it's connected to the building's body. So if I want to do this in another way, we can move the stairs inside our building. So let's design stairs inside the building in another format again. What do we mean inside the building? I have my shape here like this. And I learned how to design the stairs. This is our stairs movement. This one is our staircase, another staircase slope. I will do this again above it. Connect them to each other. And as you can see, like this, we got it. And I just need to connect the lines now, which means I can see it inside a cut of my building. It can be glass here. So this is one of the techniques that we are using in architectural shape. We can even take this part out. How can that happen? If I draw another shape here, like this. Look, I'm designing my stairs here. Slope, staircase, another slope, and connect them to each other. And before I do anything, look closely. Here, I'll draw parallel to it on the wall. And now what I'm going to do is, I'll move this line inwards and outwards with the same length. And please do them all the same length. Like this. Do a 30-degree, moving upwards, and then come out. I can even take this part out and consider it as my staircase, like this. I'll draw my stairs now. So we got part of stairs inside the building, and one part of it is under it, and I took it out really easy. And if I want to do this shape like this, as you can see, stairs are sliding out. So this can create a very interesting theme in my design. And I can show a very good design with this technique. It can even be an alternative design for me. In stairs that are being designed like this, sometimes we can even do it exposed. Which means I have my building. For example, my stairs are going to be back and forth inside my floors. Drawing back and forth the stairs can be a little hard. But from the same technique that I said, you can have your staircase here. Come down vertically, go forward, then another staircase. And staircase for coming back, coming down vertically, go forward. Let's connect another one to it so I can find it better. Because if I lose myself in this stuff, my end result will be a little weird. So connect this part to this part, then this part to this part. I can even continue this part a little below. And it can come here. So look. This just happened like this. Connect my stairs from that side to the other side. Now you can add your parapet however you want. I'll connect the parapets together now. Like this. Look, when you add details, it will become more pleasant. This part's parapet also. So I can draw my stairs from this side. Vertically and 30 degree, like this. And just like that, we have a very special design. And we designed back and forth stairs next to our building. And this can be a really big step for us. For example, I can edit some openings here in our staircase, so they can move inside. We can edit a part here also. As you can see, I'm just doing a little hatching here, and I'm not being too concerned about it. And from this side, I will draw some stones for our topography, from the ones that I learned. Like this, we have a different shape because of the exposed stairs that we just used here. Now I will try to design a building in a representative for you guys. So this illustration that we're going to do is going to be a little richer. And this time I think I will use there's a sliding stairs, and I will use it next to my building and make the building more detailed. So you can see we can create mixes of volumes. I will do this again with a roller ball pen, with the knowledge that in this part the lines can mix with each other. But we are going to start with lighter lines and end to the darker ones. So I will design my staircase here, coming down slope, staircase, slope, and then go forward. And do the same thing with a little higher, exactly the same lines. Moving this side, and this is the basic of our shape. And in this part we can go a little back and create a basic of our shapes, take it out, and repeat the same process again here. And I'll design the parapets now. If I'm drawing really fast here, it's because these are the works that we've done before. Exactly the same things that we've studied in perspective. The same thing that I taught you guys. Just adding some details. Again, we just mixed some shapes. And I learned if I want to add another surface here, I can just do this and send it inside. We can add another surface and then move this one inside also, like this. I can repeat the process again and draw another surface. And we have it like this. And let's consider an opening in this height. And we can separate the top surface. Instead of drawing cube's whole surface, I can even draw a little higher, or draw two surfaces. We can try both of them. I can do this. The continuous of this part, this one, separate them from each other. Move them more behind and one of them a little less. And as you can see, we are making connections. And our volume is getting shaped. So the same thing on our shapes. I've learned to do my cuts, so I can connect it from here, bring it up a bit, go out, and then come down. So this can give us a little good mix of shapes, and add a little hatch and give different mixes of materials. It can show itself really well. Beneath this part also, I can make this part glass. And this part that you can see behind the glasses in rendering, I need to color beneath it. And I can't just use black because it's glass. So again, I can do the same thing here. Bring down a little thicker with a higher height. So this part that I came down, look, I'll bring it more down and we have a little ramp here. So we created a ramp just like this. Oh, we want to make this surface sliding in and out of our building, but I forgot it. But in this part I will try to add some details and draw some trees and create a different result. And here I can create a different texture. Decide also to define different materials that are being used. And I'll start adding details. Look about what I do. I'll add this here and follow our side movement. It will help us to draw much better. For example, I can consider this part as fountain. next to our fountain, I can draw my trees. Let's add a little trunk for my trees. Very simple and easy without making it a problem. Let's draw the lines behind it. And you can use curved surfaces or circles whenever you want. And just change the details of your design. You can add the sloped surfaces, and in the next parts, when I'm going to do examples, I will use inclined surface for you guys to show how you can use them and have different results from them. So in this part, I just try to explain stairs. And in the end, I just wanted to add it to a building so it can be seen better and to see how it can differentiate your work. And when you started doing this type of work and this kind of systems without simple lines, you can represent your work. I really like shading because it will help your work to be seen better and will help your design a lot. And in other lessons, I will try to teach you shadows and how to use them. And even in isometric, we will work shadows with each other. And when we are doing one-point perspective, to know how we should use shadows. But generally, 90% of the time, we try to stay loyal to basic stuff. But it's not 100% all the time. Because if you want to make it 100% accurate, it will consume a lot of time. And I'll prefer, instead of spending my time doing that, I'll use it to sharpen my skill and have better results from it. And then we're going to do the colors with a green marker. And because these are just simple designs and basic designs, I'm not going to be very sensitive about coloring it. Just doing some stains of color will show our work, that what is happening here. For example, if this part is glass, we can use blue for it. Only with just simple dots. Usually when you shadow one side of the wall, the design will stand out. This marker was empty. Let's use W04 for this one. Look, just a couple of stains on the surface. Only these simple stuff can help our design to stand out. Just like this. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here on this. I just wanted to show you with just some simple stains you can create a different area and get an outcome from it. As you can see, in such a short time with just a couple of stains that I put on my work, this design is showing itself. And when I want to represent my work in isometric perspective and show my concept, just this much rendering is enough. But we can do it with a lot more detail and add a lot of stuff to it. It just Depends on how much time we want to spend on our project. But I usually don't spend a lot of time on rendering. But I will color some stuff for you guys in perspective system in detail for you guys. So you will get to know different rendering systems. And you will learn how to use marker. And try to use that information to have a better outcome. Just a couple of things that I'm doing here will help our design to be seen better. Try to use black stains in your design a lot. And it really helps. Just with simple M, you can put emphasis on some of the lines. But this part I'm not putting emphasis on a line and I'm just doing some shadows. It's true that we did the shadows to some extent, but doing just black lines here will really catch the eyes. Just the edges, if it's important for me, I will do it with black. I can even add it to some of the basic lines. As you can see, we just made this happen with simple lines, and sometimes when you add depth to the shadows, it will become more interesting. And next to what I did just now, I can use some of these pencils to do random coloring on some surfaces. So don't be too sensitive on where you are using the colors. So when I did the shadows and the coloring with marker, I will use pencil above it also. And when you have just a couple of colors mixing, it will show your work and it will catch the eyes. And when I did stains with this pencil, let's just add some trees with it also. Just something really basic, and I try to form my trees with the same technique that we've learned to show it. So I use this pencil everywhere basically. And look, this simple design is based on the connection of our stars to some simple shapes. We are just trying to mix volumes in this way, so we can do building design with it with just some simple detail next to it and represent our shapes. So I think we've learned ramp and stairs now, and bit by bit we can do some isometric perspective. A couple of designs in isometric perspective that have much more details.